Welcome to Guess or Mess, the game show by PragerU Kids. I'm Xavier, and in this show, if you answer the question fast and correctly, you avoid getting totally gross and messy. Joining us today, we have
Ethan
and
Breck.
Before coming here, each of you read our PragerU Kids digital magazine about Herbert Hoover from our website. Now we're going to see how much of it you remember. Here are your messes for today. Sticky yeast extract, blue slime, stinky cheese and crackers, pickle juice spray, chicken feet, stinky fish eggs in a tube, mystery eggs, hidden messes, and a pie in the face. Before we play, Herbert Hoover was the 31st president of the United States. Known as the Great Humanitarian, he helped save millions of European lives during World War I. Before his presidency, Hoover served as Secretary of Commerce and helped make the economy more efficient. But when the stock market crashed, Hoover was blamed for the Great Depression and fell out of popularity. Are you ready to play the game?
Yes.
Are you ready to play the game?
Yes!
That's what I like to hear. The youngest player goes first. Everybody get your hands in the bowl.
Oh.
You're not allowed to take your hands out of the bowl for the entire game. If you do, you lose a point. Understood?
Yes.
Then let's go. Ethan, the first question is for you. Question number 1. Hoover had a difficult childhood and was orphaned at age 10. He worked hard to get an education. What was his job before becoming wealthy? A, lawyer, B, engineer, or C, professor?
B, engineer.
B, engineer, that is correct. Hoover studied engineering at Stanford University and became a mining engineer. After graduating, he worked for a mining company and traveled the world looking for and managing mines. He became very wealthy and one of the world's greatest experts on mining. That means the first message for you, Breck. Oh. In London, they call this Marmite. But in America, we call this salty, stinky, slimy, disgusting goo. You ready?
No.
That's sad because it's time anyway. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, you have a little more time. Brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh, no.
Oh. Give it a little shake.
That's just rude.
Oh, don't try to run from it. It's, give it a little smack, a little shake. Oh. This is so terrible. I could not imagine having this in my fingernails, I'll tell you that. Oh.
Menace.
Is that enough? Or should I give him a little more?
I want to say more. So more?
All right, no mercy then. Oh, there you go. That's good. Oh. Yeah, just a little more. Well, it might be time for some payback. Next question is for Breck. Question number 2. Before he became president, Hoover and his wife, Lou Henry Hoover, survived the Boxer Rebellion in what country? A, China, B, Mexico, or C, Venezuela?
A, China.
A, China, that is correct. Hoover and his wife, Lou Henry, lived in China in 1900. At that time, many Chinese people disliked foreigners in their country and joined the Boxer Rebellion to fight against them. The Boxers trapped the Hoovers and many others in the city of Tientsin. The Hoovers helped push back the Boxers and were eventually rescued by a foreign army. Have you ever wanted to be a human Lunchable?
No.
Well, that's sad, because if you did, your dream would come true today.
Yay.
Ugh.
No.
That
it's
is
cold.
I bet it is. Does it smell bad?
It smells like cheese almost.
It's really old cheese, but hey, let's go. Let's spread that out. Stick that right there. It's a little design for you.
It's getting even colder.
And just for good measure, let's. Yeah. Nice crustiness for you. Everybody loves being a little crusty, right?
I can barely move my fingers. They're like stuck together.
Question number 3 is back to Ethan. In 1914, while Hoover and his family were living in London, which war broke out, destroying cities across Europe? A, Korean War, B, World War I, or C, World War II?
World War I.
That is correct, B, World War I. During World War I, Hoover led an effort to provide food and water to the people of Belgium devastated by famine. Following the war, he led the American Relief Administration to feed the hungry in 32 countries. Hoover was a brilliant organizer, and some historians say he saved the lives of about 200 million people. And to balance out that Marmite, we have some nice slimy goo.
Oh.
How's it smell for you? See?
Normal-ish.
Well, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
At least it's not as gross, right?
Yeah.
Make a nice little concoction there for you. Ugh.
Now it's barf.
It's barf now. Who knows, that might be your hidden mess. Question number 4 goes to Breck. Which government position did Hoover hold during the 1920s under Presidents Harding and Coolidge? A, Vice President, B, Secretary of State, or C, Secretary of Commerce?
C, Secretary of Commerce.
That is correct. You guys are good at this. C, Secretary of Commerce. After Warren G. Harding was elected in 1920, he appointed Hoover to be Secretary of Commerce, which gave him an important role in the nation's economy. After President Harding died in 1923, Hoover continued serving under Harding's successor, Calvin Coolidge. Don't you like pickles?
No.
You don't like pickles?
Honestly, I don't.
Not even a little bit?
No, not really, no.
Oh, no. Well, unfortunately, I'm not that nice. You still get the pickle juice. Nice. Oh. Oh, Mr. Ethan. Have you accepted your fate of the pickle juice spray?
No.
Oh. Is it on your shirt? Ew. I think we should do some more, shouldn't we?
No.
Ooh.
It smells terrible.
The pickle juice holds no mercy on you, sir. Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
And one more for good measure, right?
So wet. I miss the cheese. No.
And since you love pickles so much, let's give you a couple pickles in there too.
I wish I loved pickles so I could eat it, but
you can take a
now
bite.
No, I'm good. Oh.
Sometimes when you're in a pickle, you smell like pickles too. It just happens. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
That means it's time for a Patriot Pop Quiz. Now, each of you get a chance to answer a question about America that was not in your Herbert Hoover digital magazine. But there's a twist. Both of you will be blindfolded for your question and mess. Patriot Pop Quiz question number 1. Whose picture is on the $1 bill? A, George Washington, B, Benjamin Franklin, or C, Abraham Lincoln?
A, George Washington.
That is correct. The answer is George Washington. The modern design for the $1 bill with George Washington's face on it first appeared in 1963, but Washington's picture was used on $1 notes as early as 1869. What do you think it's going to be? It's grosser than that.
Okay.
What do you think it is? I'll give you a hint. They're alive.
Oh, I can hear it. Oh, no.
How does it smell?
Disgusting.
It is disgusting. Well, it's time for Breck to get some payback. Next question is for you. Patriot Pop Quiz question 2. In what year was the Declaration of Independence signed? A, 1620, B, 1776, or C, 1865?
B, 1776.
That is correct. B, 1776. The Continental Congress approved the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776, and declared freedom from Great Britain. 56 members of Congress signed it that year. The Declaration was originally drafted by Thomas Jefferson. Ugh. What do you think it is, Ethan?
Oh, it smells like vanilla almost.
It's not that nice.
What the heck?
It's all liquidy. Or is it?
Olive? Oh, it's olives. I think
they're eggs.
Eggs?
I just don't know what kind of eggs. Oh. You should squish them into your pickles and see if you can tell.
Please don't realize I'm... Oh. What are these, like frog eggs?
You should squeeze one and see.
No,
maybe it'll hatch.
I don't want to. I really don't.
Now let's take those blindfolds off and see what those messes are. Ooh.
Olives. Okay, thank you. I thought that these were actually snake eggs. What is that?
Ugh, those are mealworms.
I've watched my sister feed the chickens with these things so many times.
Now back to Herbert Hoover. Next question is for Ethan. Question number 5. As Secretary of Commerce, what impact did Herbert Hoover have on the economy? A, he made it more efficient. B, he made it more complex. Or C, he made it more expensive.
C, he made it more expensive.
Oh, that is actually incorrect. Let's see if Breck can steal it. Question for you, Breck. As Secretary of Commerce, what impact did Herbert Hoover have on the economy? A, he made it more efficient. B, he made it more complex. Or C, he made it more expensive.
A, he made it more efficient.
That is correct. A, he made it more efficient. As Secretary of Commerce, Hoover made America's economy more efficient. He did this by bringing business leaders together to make products more cheaply, which made them less expensive for consumers. Oh no, it looks like the chicken feet are coming your way, Ethan.
At least they're dry?
At least they're dry.
They won't be dry when they go into your Lunchable
Yeah.
mess.
Well, I mean, like, they're not, like, in water, you know,
Yet.
I guess.
Oh, do you want to take a bite of one first?
No, I really don't. Oh.
You sure? They're nice and crispy.
Is chicken on?
See how crispy
Yeah.
they are? Ugh.
Is there? Oh.
It's nice and cheesy now too. Go ahead, take a bite of that. No, don't really. Nothing like olives and chicken feet, right? Ugh. Oh. Question number 6 is for Breck. What large engineering structure was named after Herbert Hoover in 1936?
The Hoover Dam.
That is correct, the Hoover Dam. Hoover was a strong advocate for hydroelectric power, using water to generate electricity. As president, Hoover signed a bill to fund the building of a dam on the Colorado River in the state of Nevada to help the area prosper. It was completed in 1936 and was named Hoover Dam. Ethan, I think we got some toothpaste or something for you.
Shaving cream or something?
Actually, it's creamed smoked roe.
What the heck is that?
Oh.
Yo, you're making it worse.
It's not that bad. You want to use this as toothpaste? Oh. Oh.
What is that, fish?
It is.
Ew. I usually like fish. Fish betrayed me.
You like fish in a tube?
No. I don't just...
Smell. Oh.
They look like human worms.
Oh, my.
There.
This smell, I can't breathe around this. Do you want a little bit in your hair?
No! Anything silly's trying even. I'll take that. Maybe.
Is that enough? Should I do more, Breck? Oh, he said so.
Ah!
Oh. Oh, twist that up.
It looks like grinded meat.
And one more drop for good measure. Yeah, mix it all together. Get that Lunchable nice and, you know. Question number 7 is for Ethan. What is the name of the economic crisis that resulted in millions of people losing their jobs during Hoover's presidency?
The Great Depression.
That is correct. The Great Depression. In October 1929, 7 months after Hoover became president, the stock market crashed. Banks and businesses failed across the country. It was the start of the worst economic crisis in America's history, the Great Depression. Many people blamed Hoover because he was president, and he became very unpopular. One of my favorites.
Oh, the eggs.
We've got some nice mystery eggs for you. Do you think there's a real one in here?
Hopefully not.
In his hair or in his bowl?
Hair.
Oh, he picked your hair.
Sorry.
Let's see.
But it's fair if you want to do my hair.
3, 2, 1. Oh, you got lucky. It's just confetti.
Confetti!
We can put some in your bowl too. Give it some color so it's less gross looking.
Well, that actually makes the bowl look colorful.
It does.
It
See?
does.
Looks appetizing now. Now it's time for the final question. This is an important one. Whoever gets this one wrong gets a pie in the face. And there's another twist. You must hit your buzzer first in order to answer the question. Final question. How did Hoover respond to the Great Depression? A, he raised taxes. B, he lowered taxes. Or C, he gave money to citizens? I think that was Ethan.
A, he raised taxes.
Uh-oh.
That's correct. The answer is A, he raised taxes. Hoover tried to use the government to engineer solutions to the Great Depression. He raised taxes on the American people, but this just made life harder. Higher taxes left people even more poor. It's that time again. Nothing like pie time. Aren't you happy you don't have this pie in your face?
Yes.
And Breck, aren't you happy to have a pie in the face?
No.
Well, I'll just do a little bit for you. Is that okay? Is that enough? He doesn't think it's enough. I'm sorry, he makes the rules here. Oh. Is that better?
No.
Yes.
A little more?
Yeah.
He says a little more. Just a little bit more. Oh, it's the calories for me. Okay, let's count down together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One in
Here's what we learned. Herbert Hoover served as the 31st president of the United States. He saved millions of lives during and after World War I by distributing food to poor Europeans. Hoover lost popularity with the American people when he was blamed for the Great Depression and his failure to end the crisis. So guys, usually this is when we announce the winner, but you're both tied. So, for our tiebreaker, you'll both take turns naming United States president. Whoever pauses for more than 5 seconds loses the game. We're starting with you, Breck. And go.
George Washington.
Abraham Lincoln.
Donald Trump.
Obama.
Oh, Breck, I am sorry. So close, but it looks like the winner of our 5-point star and American flag trophy is Ethan.
Yay!
On our flag, red stands for courage, white is for purity, and blue is for justice and perseverance. Our flag is a worldwide symbol for freedom. It belongs to all Americans together as one through our differences. Did you guys have fun today?
Yeah!
Well, thank you for playing with us. For being such great sports, both of you are going home with gifts from our PragerU store. And we hope you learned something too. For more fun, visit PragerUKids.com and enjoy all of our digital magazines and shows. All right, you guys, shake hands. And how about a high five? And one for me. And that's a wrap for today. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. You know we've got more episodes, right? Watch the whole series on our website. And parents, you can subscribe at PragerUKids.com.